again, everyone. Thanks for coming back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Let me scooch over, make some room at the crafting table here for you. And if you are a return viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I know I have everyone intrigued with how I'm going to finish the binding on this. But let me just, in case you're brand new, this is all part of a collaboration with myself and Stacy with Crafty Dragon Creations. And we have 6 other crafters with us that have been working on a kind of a cozy fall autumn journal. And we are now on week 4, binding and completing your journal. So that's what I'm going to do today. If you need to get a better idea of how this collaboration works, go ahead and take a look at my launch video. And then you can, I'll have a playlist in the description box below that will have all of the videos up until today that you can catch up. I mean, it's not too late for you to catch up. We always have Thursday through Saturday as catch-up days for you anyway. So you're not as far behind as you might think you are. So I will have that playlist. There will be, Stacy also will be doing her binding video today, and then the other 6 crafters, we will be doing, they'll be doing theirs throughout the week as well. So without further ado, yeah, so I know you all have been just dying to know how I'm going to do this. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm actually a little embarrassed of how easy this is. It is not rocket science. It is so easy. This technique is called palm leaf binding. Palm leaf binding. And I saw it, I think in my first video I mentioned when I saw it being done, they had put a hole in the middle of the page, but the pages were much skinnier. But I think they also had like one of those manual hole punches that they could just, so it doesn't matter where. I had to get a little creative and do it in a way that I could use my hole punches, you know, as you saw in my last video making my cover. I'm limited by how far this can go. So I haven't seen it done quite this way yet, but I haven't been searching for it either. So I may or may not be the first one to try it like this. But the technique is not new. It is called palm leaf binding. And all it is, literally, let me get this together here. All we're going to do, I'm going to take this sari silk. I had a hard time deciding. Actually, all of these colors would look beautiful in this journal. But I just kept coming back to this one because it really pops. So I'm going to stick with that. And also because sometimes the sari silk, you know, it's really just pieces. It's not just one huge long piece. It's pieces either sewn together or tied together. And I can't, the first joining of this was 2 pieces tied together, and there was no way it was going to fit through there. So I was going to go ahead and untie it and then sew it together myself. But then I noticed as I kept looking at this strand, the rest of it has been sewn. So that saves me some time. But this is what I was going to do just in case it was all tied together. But it's already been done. I think as much as I need, I think the rest has been sewed already. So what I'm going to do, I am going to bring the sari silk up from the bottom. It's going to come around, and then I'm going to give myself a loop here, and then we're going to go back down. Okay, but I can't do it all at once. Although, you know what? Hang on. I wonder if I can thread this through one of my big, huge needles. Maybe I can do it all at once. Ooh, hang on. Hang on now. Or else I'm going to have to go page by page. which is okay. And I would definitely speed up the video for that. Oh, look at this. Oh, thank you, thank you. Okay, so now this will be easier because I've got I've got the needle to, let's see, kind of going rogue here. I'm not doing this very technically. Okay. Oh, I'm glad I thought of that. That was a last minute. Oh, did you see that? Oh, well, good thing it was easy to put together. Oh, there we go. And we're good again. Okay. Hang on to your needle. Oh my goodness. Okay, and it is, well, it's a little tight, but not too tight. I think it'll work just fine. Now, I'm going to leave myself quite a bit here because I don't know exactly how long yet this whole thing needs to be. So I'm going to experiment with you on that one. Because the way that we can flip through this is really cool. But it all depends on how long the ribbon is. So, hang on, hang on, hang on. Okay. I mean, this couldn't be any easier. I'm sorry I kept you in such suspense. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, there's a... Oh, there we go. I kept you in such suspense over such a simple technique. But it was kind of fun, wasn't it? Wasn't it fun trying to figure it out? Okay, so I can do away with the needle. I like to not have needles just hanging loose. I have a crazy fear of needles. I'm definitely one of those people that does not do well when I have to get my blood drawn. But anyway, I don't like needles around me. Okay, so I haven't cut the other end yet because I don't know how long it really needs to be. So here's my idea. And this is a little bit different from the video that I saw because they only had one hole. So there was just, you know, one thing of ribbon and then they kind of just wrapped it around. But I felt like this was too wide to just have one hole. It would be a little bit too loosey-goosey. So I thought the two holes would kind of keep it in order a little bit more. So here's my plan. And I'm a little bit nervous about my Mr. Fox here. He's, you know what? He's almost in the way. I didn't think about the words on the thing either. See, I tell you what, best laid plans sometimes. Okay, so basically I'm gonna do this and we'll wrap it around. And that makes me a little sad now that the Woodlands sign will be, I should have put it down just a little bit more. Ugh. And he's kind of in the way. If I did it straight in the middle, it kind of is on his nose. But you know what? Maybe I can do it wonky. I mean, are there any rules about this? I don't think so. Anyway, okay. So that's the idea of like closing it. So let me see. I'm getting lost here. Where's my end? Okay. So when you want to leaf through the book, all you do is this. But the one that I saw, hang on now, you want to have enough so that, you know what, I think, let's just pull this tight for the leafing through part. And then the cool thing is that you can kind of fan it out. That's what makes it so unique. Oops, fanning out the wrong part here. So once I have it all in place, it won't be this difficult, I don't think. But I just kind of need to get an idea of how much, because obviously the more you fan it out, the more ribbon you're going through, you know what I mean? So let's see, maybe I should do it from the start with that. So, okay. So, okay. This kind of looks like a mess, doesn't it? Anyway, this is kind of the idea. It's all still together. I mean, and you could definitely keep it tighter and just flip through it like this. But it was just really neat to see, and then you can do it this way as well. I just thought that was neat. Maybe you don't. Maybe you think this is the craziest thing you've ever seen. And that's okay. That's the beautiful thing about art, right? To each his own. I just kind of thought this was cool. And, you know, and there's lots of writing spots. I left several blank. You can still, you know, use this as you would a regular journal. It's just the flipping through part of it is a little bit different, a little bit unconventional. So yeah, okay. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and cut. This is actually probably way more than, I'm doing this off camera, I'm sorry. Probably way more than I need, but again, you know, I'd rather have extra than not enough. So, okay, now I feel like I can move a little freer. Okay. All right. Okay. And then to just get it back together, I just kind of pull it tight like that. All right. Now I'm wondering, my plan was to have, you know, as I was showing you, have this come out and bind it like this. But let me see here, you know, making things up on the fly. What if I kind of did the opposite and had this be what wraps around? And then, oh yeah, you know, I like that. That way these words don't get completely covered up, and the little fox, it's just his little nose is buried, which is cute. Yeah, I like the look of that, but because I didn't plan it out as well as I thought, I covered the words up. But that's an option, you know, if your cover is not, you know, nothing's going to get in the way, then just pull that and then have that be the kind of the end of the closure. But you know what? I think I'm going to do this. I think I like this. Plenty. And just like, seriously, just wrap it and we'll tuck it. Now, I want to make something, well, here, there we go. I want to do some dangly beads on here. So, and I meant to grab those before I sat down. Let me see what I can find and I'll be right back. Okay, I could have sworn that I had some wooden beads that had a really wide opening, but I can't find them. Granted, my whole beading table is not quite organized yet, but I think this will be okay. Although I do have another idea. Okay, so hold the phone there. I'm going to put these aside for just a second. I think I'm going to incorporate what I was going to do. If you remember, there was one more thing that I was going to do to finish this up, and I have decided that yes, that's what I'm going to do. It's not a big fancy ordeal either, but I want to use my bronzy, what is it? Chocolate bronze. Chocolate bronze gilding polish. And I want to just kind of do smudges all over on the cover, on the pages. Just kind of give it just even more of a, you know, rustic, aged kind of a feel. So, and if I remember correctly, this dries like really hardcore. Like, at least on paper, you can't, you know, once it's dried, it's on there. So I'm wondering if I were to coat these with that. Let's try that. I will do this first and then let them dry while I do the other part, the pages, And I'm kind of weird about things on my fingers, especially this stuff. It kind of, like I said, it doesn't come, once it's dry, it doesn't come off very well. So I'm going to try to avoid completely covering my fingers. I mean, I'm going to get some on anyway, but you know, even if it's not completely covering all the silver, I think it might be a nice little touch. I don't know. Oh, I'm getting it all over. Hang on, let me see. Okay, let's try this. Let me do that. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of giving it a little, I don't know if you can see. Can you see? There's still silver showing through, which I don't mind at all, but most of it's a little bit more matte and bronzy looking. So let me do that. Let's do that again with the second little guy here. I'm gonna just do this. I'm so weird about things on my fingers. And if my best friend is watching this, or her husband, which they often do, they're not necessarily crafters, paper crafters, but they have very creative minds, and so they've been very supportive of me and my channel, and they've given me lots of good ideas. And I just have to say, she's the one that kind of pointed out to me my weirdness about having things on my fingers. I never thought about it, really. I thought it was just, you know, normal. But I am a little weird about that, so it's okay, and it's okay. I'm more aware of it now. Okay. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. Here, I don't know. Can you see? That looks pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry. And let me get another little corner here. And I'm just gonna do some really random, you know, on the edges, smudge some in the middle of the pages a little bit, maybe. Maybe even a little bit here on the leaves. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I like it. Ooh, and a little bit on the title. Oh, that's a little heavy on that one. Okay. Yep. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that with the rest of the pages. Just kind of putting little shimmery accents on. I think on the cover I'll do it more, especially on the corners. I think that makes it look like an aged cover. And really, there's seriously no rhyme or reason to it. Just wherever. Okay, so I'm going to do the rest of the pages off camera because you get the idea. And then I'll come back and we will see about those beads. Hopefully they dry really well and they won't like scratch off and stuff. So, okay, so I'll be back. All right, my lovelies, I've got little shimmery spots on all my pages, and I'm very excited to tell you that I think this is going to work because I'm rolling it and the bronze polish is not coming off. So, I mean, I guess if I was really going to try to scrape in there, I could maybe get it off, but it's not just going to be coming off when people touch it. So I'm very excited about that. So that means I can just do the very, very final finishing touch here. And just going to tie a little knot. It might take 2 knots. We'll see. We shall see. Let's see. Yep, it'll take 2 knots. It'll take 2. Okay. And then I might also do a knot at the top, or 2 knots at the top, just so that it doesn't move around too much. We'll see. There we go. No, I kind of like the way that looks. So I'm going to leave it. I mean, even if it slides up, it's not going to hurt anything. Oh, and it's definitely not going to go past that seam. So that's cool. Okay. Do the same thing here. Okay, that's it. That's it, you guys. I don't want this to end. I don't want it to end, but that's okay. I'm going to do a flip through video of this little chunky monkey next week, okay? So you can see the final product. I may still add a couple things embellishment wise. We'll see. I kind of don't want to be done with it yet, so I might still play with it a little bit more. But for all intents and purposes, this is it. This is it, my peeps. Let's get that through there. And wrap her up. Whoops. Oh, I made that a little bit. Let me see. Make that a little bit tighter. Hang on. Hang on. Where's my... There we go. Okay. I got lost. No, and I'm very excited that I can keep this little guy, but you know what? His ear, apparently I've bent it a few times too many. So now his ear is kind of cracking, so I may have to, I'm going to reinforce that a little bit because I don't want his ear falling off. Okay. You know what? And you know what? You can like get really creative with this. It's not quite long enough for me to wrap it twice. So I'm going to maybe do this. I don't know. Oh, my dogs. They think it's supper time. It's getting close. Oh, can you hear them? Drama. Let's see. So I should have done it a little bit longer if I was gonna do this, but actually that works too. You know, just play with it. Actually, that works just fine. That looks pretty cute right there. All right. So this is it. We have it. It's done. The palm leaf bound Cozy Woodlands journal. I cannot thank you guys enough for all of your support and watching, not just my videos, but all the other crafters in this collaboration. I believe most of us will be doing a flip through video next week. Since we kind of have an extra week to play, we will be doing the drawing November 1st, so that evening. So be sure to try to catch up and watch everyone's videos, show them support, like, comment, all that good stuff. And then we're gonna do drawings for a lot of really fabulous prizes. I myself am going to be giving away 2 kits. I believe Santhini Creates will be giving away 2 kits. Crafty Dragon Creations, I believe. And then there's going to be some physical products as well that will be given away, so you don't want to miss out. It's going to be a lot of prizes to be had. So a lot of gift giving to continue the hygge feel of this month. So thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.